We definitely know when summer is in full swing when we see this beautiful perennial blooming. If you're new here, my name is Bobby. Thanks so much for joining us. This is part of the Summerific series, Hardy Hibiscus from Proven Winners. And as you can see, the foliage is really dark on this. It's hard to see. I was noticing it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but we'll talk about the foliage in a minute. This one has not started blooming out yet. It's just barely cracking open one of its blooms, but I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. They're calling it a bubblegum pink bloom, and I would definitely say that that's a good description. This one is called Edge of Night in the Summerific series. I have two others in the Summerific series, Perfect Storm and Holy Grail. I'll show you a little bit of footage of those. They're blooming now beautifully. We have been in a drought here in the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast area, and I'm sure some other parts of the United States and some other parts of the world, of course. But I have not mowed our grass in about 8 weeks, which is totally unheard of because we mow every week here. It's been extremely dry, and I am so happy how well my other two hardy hibiscus have been doing in this heat and drought. The temperatures here in the Mid-Atlantic have been right around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just a little bit over the top for us here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So they have taken the heat, they have taken the drought. Now I have been supplementing their water. As a matter of fact, I had to get water from the river. I had to bring buckets of water up because I just didn't want to use that much from our well. But they've really thrived and been doing well, especially the Perfect Storm. I think I have 3 other videos here on my channel talking about the hardy hibiscus and just showing where I initially moved that Perfect Storm. That thing is just so tough. That perennial is such a tough perennial, and that particular cultivar, that particular variety has been really tough and really reliable to just be beautiful and rounded. You know, being able to have a hardy hibiscus, something that's kind of tropical looking in a non-tropical zone is really fun. It's a fun addition to your garden. I'm not really going to go into the details of all of the care and so forth in this video. I will put a lot of that in the description below. It's always a good thing to read a description of a video you're watching because that usually gives a lot of information, sometimes that gets missed in the video. So it's a good thing to go back and read those descriptions below the video. But I will just briefly say that of course the hardy hibiscus are hardy in zones 4 through 9. This particular one only gets 36 to 42 inches tall and wide. So that's a really good kind of compact perennial. Some of them can get very large, 5 feet, I think, maybe even upwards of 6 feet. But this one is going to stay more compact. And they are saying that the foliage is jet black, and it is very, very dark. And I'm thinking the more mature that this perennial gets, the darker the foliage will get. So the contrast between the bubblegum pink bloom and the jet black foliage, I think is just going to be stunning, and it's going to go really good with the Perfect Storm and the Holy Grail that I already have. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and plant it. I already have the planting hole prepared. I'm going to put a little bit of Biotone starter fertilizer in the planting hole. I'm going to add a little bit of leaf compost with the native soil, and then I'll top dress with a little bit of leaf compost. So I'll take some footage of me actually planting it. We are currently in what they are calling Summerific week. It's usually around the first week of August. Proven Winners and Walter's Gardens, the breeders of these Summerific and the distributors of these Summerific hardy hibiscus, kind of have Summerific week going on. So on Instagram, if you would follow me on Instagram, if you are on Instagram, I usually post a lot during Summerific week of the different pictures and different reels and things. So check those out. I might share a little bit of footage here on this video. I have a little idea of reel that I want to do for Instagram of some of the blooms from the hardy hibiscus. So I hope that will work out and you can check those out. But if it works out, I'll share a little bit of that here with you. So do be sure and keep watching to the end if you're interested in watching me actually planting this. I won't be talking during that part of this video. So anyway, I'm going to get to planting. I hope you'll stick with me to the end. I really, really appreciate your support of this channel.